Badgers are without a doubt one of the most ferocious and aggressive animals in the world. They've been known to attack dogs, foxes, coyotes, wolves, bears, humans, and anything that invades their territory or personal space. But there is one dog breed that was specifically bred to hunt badgers, and these dogs have a fierce rivalry with badgers. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we will look at the rivalry between Dachshunds and badgers, and why these little dogs were created to battle one of nature's most vicious creatures. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. But before we go further, if you're new here, please subscribe to be part of our family. Now, let's get started. Why do Dachshunds hate badgers? It turns out that badgers aren't the only ones who bear grudges. Dachshunds, especially those descended from badger hunting stock, frequently display hostility toward these furry little monsters. This animosity is deeply rooted in history, and it's something you should be aware of if you have a dachshund and live in an area where badgers are common. But what exactly are the reasons behind this hostility? What is the background of this conflict? And how can you shield your dachshund from potential danger when faced with a badger? Keep watching to find out. Why were dachshunds born to battle badgers? The dachshund was initially bred in Germany as a burrowing dog to hunt badgers and other burrowing animals like rabbits and foxes. The name Dachshund means badger dog in German. In fact, the Dachshund was developed over 300 years ago for the express purpose of rooting out badgers and killing them. These little canines have a long and illustrious history of hunting badgers. During the Middle Ages, hunters would employ packs of dachshunds to flush out badgers from their burrows so they could be captured or killed. Due to their tenacity, ferocity, and small stature, these dogs were able to enter the narrow tunnels where the badgers made their homes and fight them in hand-to-nose combat. Farmers and hunters in Germany favored the dachshund because it could enter burrows and capture prey that other dogs couldn't. Badgers have a reputation for being aggressive, territorial, and tenacious, making them challenging opponents. As a result, it was necessary for the dogs to be courageous, determined, and clever. Over time, this resulted in the development of a breed known as the Dachshund. Let's talk about the badger, though what makes them such a tough opponent? Badger. The American badger, also known as the American skunk bear, or simply the badger, is a large mustelid native to North America. It has coarse black and white fur with a prominent white stripe down its middle. The animal weighs 20 pounds or 9 kilograms on average and measures 3 feet or 90 centimeters in length. Badgers are omnivores who primarily eat small mammals such as gophers, prairie dogs, and ground squirrels. But they will also consume birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, fruit, and berries. Badgers are solitary, except during mating season, which takes place in late winter and early spring. Females are normally ready to mate once they reach sexual maturity at 18 months of age. After a gestation period of around 6 months, she will give birth to 2 to 4 young. Badgers are active throughout the day and night and spend their days in burrows, which they dig using their strong claws. They are excellent swimmers and can travel up to 20 miles per hour. Badgers are also known for their tenacity and aggression. They won't back down from a fight, no matter how big or powerful their opponent is. They're also incredibly quick and agile, making them difficult to catch. Their bite force is approximately 100 psi, which is rather strong. Finally, badgers have a thick coat of fur that protects them from both heat and cold, making them ideal for a wide range of environments. All of these characteristics make the badger a formidable opponent for any predator, including the mighty dachshund. Unleashing the truth. While tales of dogs battling badgers may seem like folklore, they are actually more common than you might think. Badgers are notoriously ferocious and territorial animals and will not hesitate to attack a dog that invades their space. Dachshunds, with their inherent boldness and tenacity, are naturally predisposed to confronting badgers head-on. However, care must be taken since a badger's ferocity and strength should not be underestimated. Despite their diminutive stature, dachshunds possess certain qualities that make them well-suited for the challenge of facing off against badgers. Their elongated bodies allow them to navigate tight spaces with ease, making them adept at pursuing badgers into their dens. Additionally, dachshunds have strong, sturdy legs and paws that enable them to dig and claw effectively, aiding them in grappling with a badger. Furthermore, these dogs are renowned for their courage and determination, traits that are essential when confronting a formidable opponent like a badger. However, it's crucial to remember that while dachshunds were historically bred to hunt badgers, today's domesticated badgers may differ in temperament and ferocity. As a result, it's advisable to avoid intentionally pitting a dachshund against a wild badger. Instead, recognizing and appreciating their shared ancestry can provide insight into their instinctive reactions when confronted with these tenacious adversaries. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to be part of our family. Now, let's get back to the video. But why do dachshunds growl at badgers? When a dachshund encounters a badger, the dog's instinct is to chase and capture the animal. This chase frequently results in a confrontation, which may escalate into a battle. If the two animals are unfamiliar with each other, the badger will growl to warn the dachshund to stay away. The badger-esque growl serves as a warning to the dog that it is unwelcome and that it should leave immediately. If the dog refuses to heed the warning, the badger may attack. Badgers are known to be hostile and territorial animals, and they will not think twice to defend themselves against intruders. If a badger feels threatened by a dachshund, it may lash out and inflict harm on the dog. Dachshunds, on the other hand, are stubborn and determined canines who may not back down from a fight. This may result in a confrontation escalating into a battle. If a badger attacks a dachshund, the dog may growl to try to frighten the badger away. The growl may also serve as a warning to other animals, such as foxes and coyotes, that the badger is in combat and should not be approached. The growl of a badger may be intimidating, but it should not be cause for alarm. Badgers are generally nocturnal animals who prefer to avoid humans and their dogs. If you come across a badger while hiking or walking your dog, it is best to keep a safe distance and let the animal pass. If the badger feels threatened, it may attack you or your dog. But if the badger is not agitated, it will most likely flee. If you encounter a badger that is behaving aggressively or poses a risk to you or your dog, contact your local animal control or wildlife authorities for assistance. Meet the badger. The badger is a stocky, low-slung mammal with short legs and a bushy tail. They have distinctive black and white striped fur and are noted for their ferocity and aggressive behavior. Badgers are primarily nocturnal and solitary creatures that communicate through a variety of vocalizations, including growling, snarling, and screaming. They are skilled diggers and excavators, creating elaborate burrow systems that serve as their homes and shelters. Badgers are omnivorous, consuming a diverse diet of small mammals, birds, reptiles, and vegetation. They are often characterized as fearless and tenacious, standing their ground against predators and defending their territory with aggression. What does the Bible say about badgers? Interestingly, badgers are mentioned in the Bible in the Old Testament book of Deuteronomy. The verse reads, "Do not abhor the little despised animal, for I am creating on earth 7 abominations, yes, 7, and great horror. And it shall come about that the work of man shall devour his handiwork for his hire. And the hire of the female among the seed of Israel shall be grievous as the labor of the male." This passage refers to the badger along with 6 other animals that were considered detestable under Jewish law. It's important to note that the term abomination in the biblical context refers to something that is detestable or repulsive according to the religious beliefs and laws of the time. It does not necessarily imply that the badger itself is evil or sinful. Tell us in the comments below if you have ever seen a dachshund battle a badger. See you next time.